On LULAC by logging on to our website, newswest9.com. All right, it's Friday, folks, so you, of course, know it's time for those Friday night lights. Gametime's NewsWest 9's Game Time is back for week 4 of the high school football season. This is your one-stop shop for highlights, interviews, and plenty more. Jenna Alike is with us now, getting you ready to take a full slate of look at the high school games here. Jenna, we know Odessa High got the win yesterday. Hopefully good vibes here tonight. Yeah, there's a few nail biters. I know the folks at Ratliff are needing to check their pulse, make sure they're all right, but I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I want to make sure that Corey can tell us everything we need to know. We'll be right back after the break with more Game Time.
Mic check 1, 2. This is Corey McIntyre live here in Ratliff Stadium.
Mic check. Tyler, mic check 1, 2, 3. Tyler, mic check 1, 2.
NewsWest 9 Game Time kicks off now with our all-star lineup of Jenna Alike, Corey McIntyre, Tyler Dupnick, and Jason Freund. We're bringing the ultimate high school football experience to West Texas.
Four of Game Time is going to be all over the map. Literally the Game Time crew all across the basin tonight with front row seats to some of the biggest games in the area.
Crank it up. Two rips in the street might pull up on G. One black, one red, both.
That brings us to our game of the week between Permian and Amarillo Tascosa. The Panthers gotten off to an impressive start of the season. Perfect 3-0. Corey McIntyre, he's there. It's hard to see him. They must have turned the lights out on him at Ratliff Stadium, but he has more on whether or not Mojo could keep the magic going. Corey?
Okay, I know it's kind of, ladies and gentlemen, but I promise there was like 2 minutes ago. But with the light on, with Friday night lights being in full effect, there was a shootout at Ratliff Stadium. But enough of my talking. I would just let the action do the talking for itself. Here we go. Friday night lights in Ratliff Stadium. Nothing is better than this. The Panthers on their very first drive wasted no time getting on the board with an 80-yard touchdown to the house by the speedy Alex Cruz to make the lead 7-0. On the next drive, the Rebels strike back with a 48-yard touchdown pass from Colton Fulton to T.J. Tillman, tying the game up. Right back down the field, Gavin Black makes his presence felt with a 22-yard touchdown run, giving Permian the lead again, 14-7. But the Rebels will not go away. Colton Fulton will find his wideout Josiah Fields for a red zone touchdown to tie it back up once more. Permian back in enemy territory, and Jacob Garcia makes them pay, making a handful of Rebels miss and cruises in for the score to make the lead 21-14. Fast forward to the second quarter, what looks like a 3-and-out for the Rebels turn into 6. Torian Johnson turns the corner, sees daylight, and is gone into the end zone. After a couple of sloppy possessions by both teams, the Panthers find themselves back in the red zone and let Gavin Black do the rest. Just 20 minutes into the game, Permian is up with a score of 28-20. Now with this game, Permian improves to 4-0, and Tascosa goes down to 1-3 on the season. Jacob Garcia and Gavin Black both had a great game in this one, and this one absolutely came down to the wire. Permian Panthers win 50-48 against the Rebels. That's all for me. Thank you all for joining us on Game Time.
All right, thanks, Corey. Thursday night football treated Odessa High nicely last night. OHS hosted Lubbock Monterey to start week 4, and they outlasted the Plainsmen 57-49 for the win. The passing attack was dominant for the Broncos. Quarterback Mikey Ikoda tossed 7 touchdowns for 482 yards, and receiver Santiago Medrano, he was the leading target with 3 scores and 158 yards, and this was head coach Eric Hartman's first home game win of the season. Odessa High is now 2-1 on the year. Midland High is finally home. MHS invited El Paso Montwood into Astound Broadband Stadium for its first home game of the season. Tyler Dupnick is in the Tall City for an update from the Bulldogs' homecoming matchup. Tyler?
Yeah, Jenna, the energy was fun tonight for the home crowd. Home opener finally after 3 straight road games to start the year for Midland High. Like I said, the energy high. They're on a win streak right now. Run game last week was dynamite for almost 400 yards. Could the Stroman Bridges and Elijah McCoy duo keep it rolling tonight? Homecoming night for MHS and a packed crowd at the Astound Broadband Stadium. Finally, the Midland High Bulldogs, their home opener in the 2024 season, hosting the 0-2 El Paso Montwood Rams. And the Bulldogs will be going early. Handoff here to McCoy. Bowls over a defender, and he is loose. McCoy all the way to the end zone. 45 yards for the homecoming king, and he is crowned early by his teammates. Now the Bulldog defense back on the field. This pass intercepted by Blake Brandon. Sets up the Bulldog offense. Stroman Bridges keeps it, breaks a tackle, bounces it to the outside. Bridges sprinted to the end zone, 30 yards to the house. Bridges finds pay dirt for the purple and gold, and the salute from the Army commit. Back to the ground, here's McCoy, the Bulldog, bulldozing over Rams, refusing to go down, and he's in. McCoy all fired up, what a touchdown run. 20-0 in the second quarter now for the Bulldogs. McCoy gets the carry again, bangs his way in for 6 one more time, and a first half hat trick for Elijah McCoy. And he and Bridges just chill on the sideline. Business as usual. Back to this Bulldog defense. They were fantastic as well. It's the sack for Darian Mitchell on 3rd down. Sets up McCoy. No, Bridges kept it. And he's got reservations for 6. Stroman Bridges into the end zone. His second of the first half. He would later finish with a hat trick in the first half as well, just like McCoy. Offensive lineman getting some love. 41-0 Bulldogs at the break. Final score tonight from Astound Broadband Stadium. Midland High with an absolutely dominant 69-13 win. OYB, of course, stands for On Ye Bulldogs. Tonight was stood for On Ye Beatdown. Run game went wild tonight. As you saw, a couple hat tricks there for Stroman Bridges and Elijah McCoy. I had the chance to catch up with Stroman Bridges afterwards. That full interview will be on our NewsWest9.com, the Game Time tab there on our website. Fun interview with Stroman, talking about how great they were on the run game tonight, how they've been able to build some consistency the last couple of weeks, and also how fun it was to be behind this home crowd again on homecoming night. And I also also asked him about that salute celebration for the Army commit. He also spoke highly of their defense, creating negative plays, so that was exciting. And I also had a chance to catch up with head coach Thad Fortune as well, who spoke on some of those things too. So all that's going to be on our website later tonight. Great game time for Midland High. Dominant running game. One more non-district game left before the bye week. Jenna, Midland High keeping it rolling 3-1.
All right, thanks, Tyler. First home game for the Bulldogs after a long road trip. Midland Legacy traveling out to Abilene tonight to face off against the Eagles. And this one did not disappoint for fans of the offense. J.P. Reyes in for the injured Jaden Rogers, and the sophomore showed out. Second quarter, the signal caller launches a 75-yard pass to Aiden Serrano for the touchdown and the 35-21 lead. Momentum fully shifted here with the Legacy defense. Cole Netherland leading the way, the unit making a tough stop on 4th and 2 to give the attack great field position. The Rebels find pay dirt once again. Serrano on the Wildcat, and he finds the end zone for his 4th touchdown in the first half and the 42-21 lead. And notice how we didn't show any incompletions from Reyes. Well, that would be because he would finish the first half a perfect 13 for 13 with 330 yards and 5 touchdowns, and this touchdown pass to Caden Iglesias leading the Rebels to a 49-28 lead at half. Reyes would end up eclipsing the LHS passing yards record in this game as well. The Rebels win 62-42. And coming up next, Jason Freund is out in Big Lake for a clash between McCamey and Reagan County.
We're the Midland High Bulldogs, and you're watching Game Time on NewsWest 9. Go Dogs!
One of a handful of undefeated teams left standing in the area is Reagan County. The Owls are 3-0 heading into tonight and hosting the 2-1 Badgers from McCamey in this area matchup. Jason Freund made the trip out to Big Lake and has more from the local clash.
All right, well, All right, well, Jenna, this game did take a little bit of time to get going as both teams were kind of stuck in quicksand at the beginning of the first quarter, but eventually it would, as you would see in these first half highlights, it would be Reagan County who would be going up and going up big early. Homecoming night, Reagan County trying to send the fans and students home happy, but the McCamey Badgers looking to ruin the party. Time for a little bit of trickery. End around goes to Nicholas Franklin, who's going to turn the corner, and he's going to outpace every Badger defender on the play. Touchdown, Reagan County. They go up 8 after a 2-point conversion. Now McCamey looking to respond. Aiden Torres going to sky this one out, but it lands in the breadbasket of Dominic Johnson for the interception. He's got a blocker, but he's not going to need him. Touchdown, Owls. They go up 16. Badgers still trying to get back into this. RPO snap, mishandled, strip sack for Joel Jimenez. The ball would go back to the Owls, and Jarrett Brown sitting in the pocket, steps up, gonna put some air under it, and a perfect snag by Franklin puts the Owls in prime territory. And Brown would eventually punch it in for the touchdown. Owls would be going up into the half 22-8. Coach Brown, another successful game for you guys today. What was working for you guys out there today against McCamey?
Well, I thought we were a lot better at not shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties on offense. Defense has been playing well, and offense has had explosive plays. We just had too many penalties. We saw a little bit of that the first quarter, but you know, once we settled down and stopped with the holding, stopped with the false starts, I mean, we were extremely explosive. So I'm proud of them for that.
And then, well, after the second half started, then it was all Reagan County as they were dropping all kinds of touchdowns on the McCamey defense. Eventually came out of this one, sending their fans home happy on this homecoming night with a score of 50-14. So now Reagan County will be staying undefeated on this season, and they will be moving on to face Ira Ann next week. We will have more coverage of more football games coming up, but that's for Jenna to tell you all about it. Back to you, Jenna.
Hey, thanks, Jason. Next Basin battle takes us out to Eagle Stadium for a fight between Kermit and Pecos. The winless Yellow Jackets would score the first touchdown of this contest. It's going to be quarterback Mauricio Perez. He fakes the handoff, fakes off our photographer, and finds pay dirt on his own. 7-2 would be the lead in the second quarter. 2 plays later, and the Eagles answer. Colt Salgado chucks this ball down the field, and Jesus Navarro for the score to go up for another one and would go for 2 with the 10-7 advantage. The home team back inside the 10. Joel Aguilar barrels into the end zone, but a penalty erases the touchdown. The halftime score would remain 10-7, and it would be, we don't know the final score of that one, but you can check on our website and we'll have that for you. Coming up next, we'll have more action from around the basin.
And you're watching Game Time on NewsWest 9. Go Mojo!
Starting this section of Game Time with another undefeated team, Fort Stockton comes into tonight 3-0 with Crane in its way in week 4. The Golden Cranes struck first in this contest. The quarterback keeper accounts for the first score of the night. Tyson Brents finds the end zone for the 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Second frame, the Panthers answer Landon Havens scores to knot this game up at 7 apiece. The Panthers add another touchdown with less than 3 minutes left in the half. Cash Norman finds Rylan Nunez for the 14-7 advantage. The home team adds a defensive stat to the stat sheet before the half. Caden Bernard is going to intercept this pass, but Fort Stockton outlasts Crane 41-20. Top plays is just around the corner. It's the highlights of the highlights, and they're coming up right after the break.
Panthers, and you're watching Game Time on NewsWest 9. Let's go, baby. Hey, let's go. Hey, we here right now. We here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Top plays time here again on Game Time. It's now time to check out the best of the best from our night of week 4 action. You can vote tomorrow morning on X at 8:30 a.m. Let's hop in.
Crank it up.
Special Teams starts us off over at Ratliff Stadium. It's an opening kickoff return all all the way for a touchdown in the high five. Alex Cruz with the TD. Next up is defense out in Big Lake. Dominic Johnson picks off this pass and takes it all the way to the house for 6. Big Spring got its first win of the season and makes our list. Chad Hughes comes down with this jump ball INT, and the only offensive play in our top plays docket tonight comes out of Pecos. Colt Salgado unwinds for the big-time touchdown pass to Jesus Navarro. Hey, we want to make sure we updated you on that Rockhounds playoff run. Look at that, 5-2. Midland ends up winning. This means that the Rockhounds will play in the Texas League Championship against the winner of the Texas League North. That game 1 will be Friday here in Midland on Sunday. That's it for Game Time. We'll be right back.